Visit us at podlanderpresents.com to find information on all of our shows.
Oh, we're so civilized.
Civilized.
Little teacup and a saucer, little beer.
Oh, couldn't be us. And by us, I mean friend of the show, Keenan Caldwell is here.
Hello.
Hello. Keenan, you've been on the Drunkcast before, surely.
Oh, yes. I've been on the Drunkcast.
Of course.
I've been on Sick Burn Jane.
Podridge and Bridgecast, of course.
Podridge and Bridgecast, of course. And a to-be-released episode of Girls Just Want to Solve Crimes.
Yes. An illustrious friend of the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm really glad to bring tonight a level of deep expertise and deep study of the text at hand.
Yes. Yes, listeners, especially if you've found us more recently, in the earliest days, even before this podcast was a twinkle in my eye, the setup used to be Julie and Allison would explain Outlander to their producer, our friend, everyone's friend, Janine.
Hi, Janine.
Who had never seen the show. Hi, Janine. And they would really just say, yeah, and then this happened. And sometimes Janine would go, but why are the stakes this high or this low? Or what's the deal? And they'd have to, but like truly, madly, deeply, Janine did not know. And in the spirit of early Outlander, and also in the spirit of Keenan and I had a lot of things to say during the first 2 episodes of Blood of My Blood. Keenan's here doing me a favor, and Keenan is guest starring as Janine.
Hi.
So much.
Yes, it's truly only due to my passion and commitment to the Drunkcast brand than it is to a lack of desire to have anything else to do with Blood of My Blood. So, yeah, here we are.
That said, Keenan, before we really get you into this, now you did watch episodes 1 and 2. Again, we had a lengthy, spirited text discussion.
Yes.
Would you like to catch us all up on just your memories, your feelings, your impressions of the series before you said, fuck these CW hairstyles?
Yes. So, number one complaint, as you have correctly just alluded to, is not Ellen's hair itself. The hair is beautiful. The styling thereof is infuriating. I liked some elements that that are in the Outlander lineage. We liked her lying down to get the plaid pleated so that it would sit around her. We liked that very much. We didn't like that there was that's the blood of my blood. Immediately. We didn't love the lack of Gaelic. I missed a lot of the Gaelic that was in early Scotland Outlander episodes, and this is 20 years earlier. I think there should have been more Gaelic. We didn't like that we were recycling all of the elements that made our characters from Outlander exciting individuals, and instead just saying, hey, remember that neat thing Jamie did? It doesn't matter. It's just something his dad did, so it doesn't really speak to his character at all anymore because he was just copying his dad. And that's neat. And I didn't find it neat, and I dipped.
And more power to you.
Yeah.
Lassie.
I remember, so Claire's parents have time traveled. We did several World War I movies in about 20 minutes.
Yep.
We sure did. Jamie's grandsire is a dick, and I don't think that can have gone well for the woman I continue to call Claire, because she is styled exactly like Claire, but is in fact Claire's mama, whose name is
Julia.
No idea what her dad's name is. What is it? Tall man.
Henry.
Tall English Henry. Good for him. I'm sure there's hijinks and everything, all sorts of things going on, but ultimately I think I'm just not a prequel girly. No disrespect to the cast. I am horrifiedly and eagerly waiting to see what the Previously On does to me this evening.
Yeah. So, dear listener, we're going to fall silent. We're probably going to hear some ye old yakety sax for a moment while we have Keenan watch. So we're covering, I don't think I actually said this. Hello, Podlander Drunkcast. I'm Amelia. We're covering episode 9. Whose title has completely escaped me, but it doesn't matter because it's the first episode in the season of 2 that Diana gabbled on herself. has written for us.
Oh, dang.
Thank God. So we're going to have Keenan watch the previously on, and then we're going to come back, and I'm going to give her the Janine experience, as
She's
it were.
going to tell me a story around the campfire.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to hit play on the old Braemar. Braemar?
Oh, thank you. It is Braemar. I could have guessed it. Okay. Carry on.
Oh, yeah.
We're back from the previously on. Keenan, how do you feel?
We had a fucking virginity test. Well, hold on. First of all,
did.
In the same way in which during one of the episodes I was on of Outlander, when we were in North Carolina and a guest star popped up and Scotty and I were there together and we both shrieked, Billy Boyd! At the same time, I felt joy when I was like, Rob Roy! So, following the grand Outlander tradition, we're going to bring in both real-life important historical figures to Keenan and real-life historical figures to, history. So Rob Roy is there. Ellen's still betrothed to Malcolm Grant. She and Brian are going to find their way out of it. She had to have a virginity test. Was Henry kissing another lady?
Oh, he was. Keenan, let me tell you this.
What's he doing more than kissing?
Okay. He was doing more than kissing. So, Ned Gowan,
Henry.
our most favorite friend
Our most beloved.
world, our most jauntiest cricket. Yes. He really, took pity on Henry, knew that he was looking for a very specific woman. She's English, she's smart. I have a whole runner about, I make up new things about her. Like, she's from Parallel Park, but, she's a very specific English woman. Have you found her up here in Scotland? And of course, everyone's like, no. To the point where Ned's like, well, you seem sad. Do you just want, I know this isn't, the British lady, but you like a British lady? And he brings her to, he brings Henry to a kitty house.
Pardon?
Partially to find some comfort, but also because the lady in charge of the kitty house would know about any...
The what?
The kitty house.
I don't know this.
The brothel. The kitty house. The kitty house.
Jesus Christ. All right, I'm back in. I love it. Let's go.
Yeah. So Ned brings him to the kitty house where the lady in charge would know about an unattached, unusual lady because, the chances are they turn into sex work. So while the lady of the house is keeping an eye out, eventually they're like, oh yeah, we found one for you. We found her. And there's a whole thing of things like, Julia, you're here. You're just... And it's not. It's another lady who who has dark hair and kind eyes and can kind of do a British accent. And he's like, "Thank you so much for this. I don't want to do this. But you are so nice. And could we cuddle? Because that would be delightful. I have PTSD and cuddling would be good." Then later in the season, couple 2-3 episodes ago, his search. Oh, he works for the Grants now. So he's the bladier for the Grants. He's the Ned Gowan of the Grants.
I think he made it into that job by the end of episode 2.
Okay,
yes,
great.
That was our setup. He was the Ned Gowan of the Grants.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he and Ned are buds, but the Grants are like, dude, you gotta stop fucking looking for this woman. You need to do clan business. You work for us. Do business, less wife business and more business.
Yeah.
And so Archbug.
Oh.
The very same who threatens Wien. Archbug pays a local midwife to tell Henry that, oh, yes, I did deliver a child of a Sassenach. The Sassenach and the child are dead. I don't know where they're buried.
Jesus.
Bye. So then Henry, of course, absolutely just has a mental health crisis and, runs around in distress, ends up at the kitty house.
Oh,
and truly believes that he is meeting with his long-lost love, Julia, and he does engage in sexual times, believing
because he's having a breakdown.
Julia. Yes.
Oh, buddy.
And you know what? There'll be more about that in this episode a little bit.
Oh, no.
It makes me nervous.
But did he actually see Julia there in the previously on? Where he was like, I'll find you
last
again.
episode, he did finally see her.
So they have
He
seen
truly
each other.
believed that she was dead. Yes.
Okay.
And so then when he first sees her, they both end up at Castle Leoch, Ellen's house.
Okay. Has Jamie's horrible grandfather gone to Castle Leoch or something? Or how did Julia get to Castle Leoch?
Yeah, so Henry does see Julia at Castle Leoch because when word comes out that Ellen has to undergo a purity test.
And sorry, why? This episode can be 3 hours long.
Yes,
sorry.
It's gonna be 3 hours long. No, this is great. Well, obviously, Keenan, scholar of Blood of My Blood. Just kidding.
You're right. It's my passion.
Right, Lord Lovett, Brian's terrible father, Jamie's terrible grandsire, has fuck the Grants, fuck the Mackenzies, and he writes.
Yeah, sorry. Another pet peeve that made Keenan dip is when terrible Lord Lovett was like, "I've fallen out of favor in society. I can't show my face in society." And I text Amelia, "What is this, Bridgerton? I thought we were in the moors, in the Highlands. What, are we suddenly in the Ton? Where society..." Anyway, bad writing. Continue.
I mean, listen, I wish someone would give Lord Lovett a cut direct right to the fucking throat, okay? Like,
right to the jugular.
Yeah.
Sorry, okay. So he has decided, even though he can't show his face in society, he has decided to show his face in society for a virginity test.
So
gross.
It's so gross. So so Lord Lovett is not there in the last episode. It's more of so the Grant family descends on Leoch because Lord Lovett has written a letter being like, "Psst, I hear Ellen's virtue is compromised."
Oh, that sounds more likely. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
okay.
And so Henry is there for bladier reasons. And then Julia is there because when Brian gets word at Castle Leathers that, like, oh no, my hand-fasted wife is getting purity tested because we boned, I gotta go save her. Julia rolls in with a poultice to try to, like, tighten things up. It's egg white and sugar and saltpeter and alum.
The past is horrible.
The past is horrible. But Julia is like, yeah, I can sneak in. I look like a servant. Like, I can get up there. I can give her the goods. So in those, like, going through castle chambers, Henry sees Julia at first, thinks that she's a ghost, and then sees her later. It's like, oh my God, you're real. Wow. But Julia's like, gotta go. I left my baby back at Castle Leathers. And by baby, I mean your baby, our baby. Find me later. I'm alive.
Wait, so sorry. Julia was? Oh, yeah, she was pregnant in the early episode. Jesus Christ. She had her baby in the past?
She had her baby in the past.
How much time has gone by?
I mean, like seven-ish months.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. So that's just some background. Let's see how far we can go in this episode.
Okay.
Feel free to stop me being like, what the fuck is happening?
Okay.
Okay, so episode 9, Braemar, written by, again, herself, Diana Gabaldon. Girl, we missed you. I'm not saying this was a perfect episode, but, like, to me, this was a balm of just, like, things make sense.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's so nice. It's so nice. I heard some scuttlebutt in the Slack where some people in the Slack are not as thrilled, but I am thrilled. I am relieved. Okay. So we begin at Leathers, the home of Lord Lovett, the old fox.
Horrible Lord Lovett.
Horrible Lord Lovett. He has summoned Julia, who, by the way, is his wife. They have gotten legally married.
Wait, no. Why? Oh, gross.
Because Julia had to pass off her pregnancy as being Lovett's, because if it was known that a servant in the house had someone else's kid, Lovett would have the kid killed. And so she presented herself as a life-saving measure to Lovett, and then was like, oh no, I'm so pregnant, and it's you. A soothsayer came and said, like, oh, this child will be the future Stuart King of England, like, or whatever, of Britain, like, be thrilled. And Lord Lovett's like, what, a Fraser King? Great, cool, yeah, this son of mine is, more on that later in this episode.
Okay. All right.
So Lovett has summoned Julia and Brian to his chambers. Now, we get a little bit of business up top, Keenan, where Julia and Mistress Porter, who is Brian's mom, like the head housekeeper in
right.
charge.
Yeah.
Mhm. They have colluded. They have made up a fun seasoning to add to Lord Lovett's food.
Yes, I do love that shit. Yes.
In limp dick.
Yeah.
And of course he's like, why is the wee fox? Why is he not? And he goes off and like takes the waters and is like trying to get. So he and his English rose it's so fucking gross. But also,
Ew.
yay! Sisters
also,
doing it for themselves.
Dragging the bad people.
Yeah. Yeah. So Lovett wants Brian to join him at the upcoming Tinchel at Braemar Castle. The Tinchel being like the boar hunt, like the big festival.
Great. Yes.
Yeah. All the clans are going to be there.
Who does Braemar Castle belong to?
An earl with a really intense wig that we're going to talk about.
Great. Okay.
Name doesn't exist. No footage found.
Great.
My apologies to the actor and your IMDb, but no footage found. I'm overcome by your wig. Okay, so all the clans are going to be there, and Julia, you should come and join me as my wife and my arm candy. And Julia talks Lovett into letting her bring baby William. I'm sorry, I mean baby Simon Fraser, the wink wink son of Lord Lovett, not baby William Beecham. No, let me bring wink wink Simon, because won't everyone want to see the future Fraser King?
Oh boy.
And that works. That's enough, because that's enough to get Julia and Henry and the baby in the same area.
Okay, I'm back on.
A split town.
Yes, great. I'm back in. Yes,
and
great.
Brian has the wherewithal to be like, oh yeah, Dad, great idea.
Great idea.
Okay, the next thing we see. We get some beautiful Scotland horseback riding. When we get a lot of clomp, 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 clomp. We come back from away. We see large mountains, cliffs. Oh, so verdant, so gorgeous. It turns out it is Malcolm's uncle, whose name I refuse to know, and so therefore he's Uncle Grant.
Yes.
He overcomes Malcolm and Henry taking a ride in the barouche box.
You love a barouche box too.
We do love a barouche box.
Yeah.
Now Malcolm's dad just died.
Oh.
And something that we don't know is if that was intentional for the series, because the actor playing Daddy Grant died during filming.
Oh no.
Which is very sad.
Oh, that is genuinely very sad. All right, I'll stop being snarky about everybody involved in this production.
Yeah, be snarky about everybody except for Daddy Grant.
Okay.
Uncle Grant, read him to filth. Daddy Grant, even though his character seemed to have a bad character.
Ooh.
No more ill talk of Daddy Grant.
No. That is genuinely very sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. Okay, so basically Uncle Grant's like, oh, Malcolm, sorry, I was busy doing work for you in London, but I'm here now to help you. It's me in my very, supercilious looking wig. And we're going to have a lot of wig talk in this episode.
Great, excellent.
I'm trying to think of, the way that the style that I've seen most frequently is obviously this man is not a footman, but just for our modern brains. Can you imagine, quote unquote, a footman where there are two barrel curls,
absolutely
temple going all the way around. It's two rows of barrel curls with a little ponytail in back.
Yes, it is before my mind. I'm seeing it. Yes.
So that is what Uncle Grant looks like. And it looks so tight and so shiny. I don't know, is he Marsha Brady brushing it 100 times in the morning? Maybe, honestly, maybe. So the uncle doesn't like Henry very much. He's like, what the fuck? You belong to the former laird. Malcolm's the laird. Why are you here? You're a Sassenach. And also my wig is so tight I can't think straight. I don't know. Anyway, oh my God, Malcolm, I can't wait to meet your fiance, Ellen Mackenzie. This will be great. I absolutely just can't wait to meet her for just general normal reasons.
Super normal family celebration.
Heard nothing except what a lovely lady.
Ugh.
It'll be fine. Okay, now we go to Castle Leoch.
You've planted the seed of foreboding.
So Colm and Dougal are dude, we got.
God, I forgot about those jokers being in it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Great news. They're both still extremely cute.
They are extremely cute. You're right.
They're so cute. They're so cute.
I have to say, if anyone was going to sell that's the blood of my bloodline in the very first episode, I do think young Colm did a good job.
Oh, yeah. He's so good at his job. They're like, okay, psst. it's unusual that we split up the Laird ship, brawn and brains. We gotta be cool at the Tinchel.
Oh, wait, sorry. Is that a decided thing? Because in episodes 1 and 2, it was which of them will be the Laird, and they have decided on a partnership.
Yes, and they had like their little Tinchel. That's my new rapper name, Lil Tinchel. At Leoc, where they were like, okay, listen, here's the deal. I call him Smart, Laird, Dougal, Brains in his arms but not in his head, War Chieftain.
Yeah.
Which is the same dynamic that we see in the mothership, but it's still fun to see like, oh yes, how interesting. And Ned Gowan has a
I'm glad they didn't stretch that who will be the Laird out for an entire season. Again, the problem with prequels, 0 stakes, my pals. And that one was the lowest of all of the low stakes present in this endeavor. So yes, great. Glad they sorted it out.
Truly. But they're like, yeah, this is like our big debut as like the co-heads. Like we gotta be cool. Yeah, we go.
I was just thinking Velma and Roxy, yes.
But I can't lair it alone.
Amelia, we are
say what your Tinchel hunt, she says, boars.
I got no rhyme for you except to say that we were so in sync. I was also thinking Shakanda. Okay.
Okay, so they're having a little chat. Ellen shows up. Now, Ellen has figured out that Dougal is already a Jacobite. He had promised some of her dowry to Rob Roy in a previous episode. Colin doesn't know that.
Dougal, I think we've learned over time, and this isn't your fault because we've seen your future and you haven't, but the thinking thoughts are not necessarily the thoughts that you should think.
No.
Yeah.
Lay them to the side.
Just
let them rest.
Go hunt a boar, my pal.
Truly. But they can't really get into it because here comes Uncle Grant and his tight wig. And he's like, what's up? I require a personal invitation, a personal conference with Ellen. I just can't wait to meet my beloved nephew's cool, hot fiancé. Give us the room, would you, boys? And they do. He says things like, I hear you're a canny lass. I knew your father. My nephew seems super fucking in love with you. So this is cool, right? Like, what I hear about you being cool is true, but I also hear that you are a and is that true? And Ellen, like, this, okay, Harriet Slater, really good at her job. You can watch her be a few steps ahead of everybody in the room. She says, Mackenzie's may be spirited, but when we marry, we're faithful forever. Ooh, meta, because she handfasted Brian in episode 5. But Uncle Grant says, if you break my nephew's heart, I will rip your own from your chest. And the threat of death has already been hanging over her. That's part of why she had to get the weird purity test. Like, the Grants are, like, someone broke off an engagement with a less important relation, and he went off into the heather, air quotes, and was never seen again. So, like, So, like, if Ellen throws over Malcom, she did. Yay. So that's very scary. But Braemar is coming. The festival. Oh, no. Mrs. Fitzgibbons comes in. Oh my god, Ellen, why are you so upset? Now alone in the great hall, your skin is cold. What's going okay, listen. Okay, oh, he threatened you? Great. So, at Braemar, you need to be 10 toes down for Malcom. Do not talk to anyone. Do not look at anyone. You need to play like the happiest lady in the whole world. And Ellen's like, what if Brian's there? She's no. Who cares? Please don't. Because at least one of you will be dead if you act like you like Brian.
Yes.
Okay. I have here written, do you know what the purity test involved? Cooch meringue. We talked about it. So let's go ahead to, unless you have more questions at this time.
No.
To Braemar! Braemar Castle. People are setting up tents. There's music and games and dancing. It is a bit of a callback to some of the only hot pests we've gotten in this season. Episode 5 was hot pests and some nice boning. Like, if you wanted to go
nice.
back and treat yourself, like, maybe go watch episode 5.
Like old times.
Yeah. Like old times.
Oh, that's lovely.
It was so
Anyone
lovely.
coming in unaware of Podlander lore would be horrified at the sentences we just said about hot pass and boning being the, oh no, I said the golden times. Anyway, moving on to plot.
To plot. Now, maybe there was one of these at the Leoc Tinchel. I don't know.
Okay.
But I think this is an even fancier festival because there's a brothel tent. There are tents for all kinds of things. But there is a brothel tent. It's colorful. The kitties of the hoose are like just out there. More on that.
Game of Thrones bullshit is this?
Truly. And there's even a reference later to like, oh, the brothel tent. Like, okay, we get it.
Congratulations, you've made your point.
Kitty glamping, as it were. Ellen and Malcom. Okay, here's the thing, Keenan. Malcom just seems like a nice guy, like truly a nice guy.
Okay.
And I think the great tragedy of this storyline is going to be that, like, you know, there are plenty of storylines where it's my choices are a one true love, or a boring ass sack of potatoes, or a villainous ne'er-do-well.
Yeah.
And it seems less familiar to be like, my choices are my one true love, or this really nice guy where if I had never met Brian, like, I could be absolutely happy, cared for, cherished, beloved, comfortable. And, like, that is, like, Malcolm Grant, our short king with the beautiful hair, like, this is, again, like, we know where Ellen's going to end up, but, like, but, like, I'm invested, like, my beautiful short king, Malcolm, you're going to be hurt.
I hope he does well. Because what I dimly remember, he seemed perfectly nice.
So yeah, Ellen and Malcolm. Again, Malcolm, who is so nice.
Yeah.
They have a walk across the grounds. They talk about how they recently lost their fathers. It's a lovely conversation. And Malcolm's like, life is short. But not that I'm laird. I want nothing more than for you to be my lady. And this is like really sweet. Again, this could have been the A plot.
Yeah.
If we weren't, you know, if Brian Fraser didn't exist. So like, oh, Malcolm, buddy.
Oh my God, I remembered my question. Our baby, our beautiful boy, our most perfect pamplemousse, and the boar tusk bracelets, have they happened yet?
The boar tusk bracelets have not happened yet.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Carry on.
But Myrta knows.
Aww.
In episode 5, when you go back and treat yourself to watching episode 5 at your leisure, there's a lot of hot pass. And also in my opinion, the only like fun, good boning in the season. With one shout out to Henry and Julia, but like
sure.
We do see Myrta see Ellen and Brian making out in the woods, and that's where we get that shot of him like looking under a tree branch.
Oh, our baby boy.
Our baby boy. He's so sad. But no, the bracelets haven't happened yet.
Okay.
Although I guess we haven't seen the end of the Tinchel. Is this because he got the boar at the first Tinchel? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess there are a lot of boars. Many a Tinchel, many a boar. We'll find out.
Yeah.
There are some scary muscle guys.
Oh no.
Whose names I cannot remember, but they're like the Hells Angels of Scotland.
Great.
Like, they're like a group. It starts with a B, I want to say, but like they are clearly scary guys.
Great
stuff. Big festival of people in different, like, varying states of wigs and dress. And again, we're going to get into it. Keenan, I have so many questions and thoughts. And like, as our historical costumes buddy, I want to talk to you about them. But like, these guys stand out. They are like, they kind of look like Lovett's muscle guy, but with even more proudly greasy hair.
Ew.
They look like they just got off a ship from marauding.
Great.
And they're just like beefy dudes.
Cool.
They're like looking around with like just like murderous intent in their eyes. Bless them.
Are they
the scary guys are there.
Are they their own clan, or are they affiliated with one of our major players?
Well, that's something that I'm wondering about. Like, are they for hire? We'll see. Are they their own clan? Also, we'll see. But imagine our beautiful Mackenzie boys walking in and be like, yeah, what's up, clan? It's us. The double act. And oh shit, who invited those guys? Wow!
Oh my!
Walk over there, they're scary. So like, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
So just so you know, they're scary guys. Maybe that will matter later. You know who else is there? Everybody. Everybody's here at the festival. Love it. Brian, Julia, and baby quote-unquote Simon roll up. Don't worry, Keenan. Baby Simon is played by the least convincing baby doll I've ever seen. The
Way to go,
stiffest
baby.
neck. The biggest swaddling and the stiffest neck for minutes and minutes and minutes upon end. The worst. Across the festival, Brian sees Ellen talking to Malcom. And in comes Myrta on Brian's shoulder. Hurts, doesn't it? Seeing the lass you love with another, because the boys are still fighting. They're mad.
Oh no, I
Brian
didn't know they were fighting. Oh no, our boy.
Brian didn't tell Myrta that he and Ellen were a thing. And it was, it's like, and Myrta thought that Brian was going to back him up and help him introduce him to her, and instead there he is, falling in love, getting hand-fasted.
Oh, jeez.
Having sex in castle ruins.
Oh,
just
geez.
like, yeah. But Myrta points out at least she's safe with Malcom. True.
Yeah.
We hear there's a very special guest who's going to be at the tent show, but who could it be? Because all the important clan lairds are there. Whomst could it be? Is it Cher dropping down from a, like...
Is it Rob Roy again?
Who's to say?
Okay.
Getting a canny lass.
Okay.
At the same festival, Henry sees Julia holding the baby and walks over and is like, oh shit. Is like this her kid? And she's like, yeah, look, in this one shot where this show could afford an actual human baby. And maybe he goes like, blink, blink, goo goo gaga, and then it's back to terrible mannequin. But then up comes Lovett, be like, who's this? And Julia, like, thinking fast, because, again, she is proto-Claire without any of the backstory or explanation for why she also interested in facts and botany and science and medicine. Oh, we'll never know. Who cares? Thank you, mustache. But Lovett rolls up being like, who's this not talking about my English Rose? And Julia, thinking very quickly, is like, oh yeah, this is just an admirer of our son Simon Fraser. He's heard of the prophecy of how this baby will become the king. And Lovett's like, cool, great man, nice to meet you, glad you met my wife, which is news to Henry.
Oh no.
And imagine Keenan being a new bride, even if you fucking hate this guy, being introduced to a quote-unquote stranger as a gentle temptress who fell into my life with considerable charms, and I blessed her with the bonniest of wee laddies. Disgusting. And that's Lovett on his best behavior.
That is shockingly less vulgar than it could have been, but still disgusting. So Henry's like, wow. Like, are you married because you love that guy? Because it doesn't seem like maybe you do. Like, what's the deal? Should I be upset? I'm not sure. We do see a quick shot of the brothel tent, the Gitty Hoose tent. And we do see Henry's sex worker friend. Sure.
Be like, hello? The guy who was nice to me? Now, Keenan, before you... Okay, you're leaning backwards and stretching in despair. It's an oral medium, but Keenan had to have a big stretch, like a cat. Not like a kitty, just like a cat. There was a nice moment in our introduction to this gal where, like we see like later in Outlander, when Coinface teaches William that the greatest gift you can give to a sex worker is a good night's sleep. There's no way that Henry could have passed that to Coinface, but like Henry generally comes from that school of like, Madam, I'm sorry you're stuck with me. Please, some rest? Except for when he's having a moment and, a mental health crisis. But, oh no, what will the gal floating around do?
Oh no.
We'll find out.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, I'm here.
Okay. Let's go to the Earl's meeting, Keenan, and this is where we have to talk about wigs.
Great.
I've been yapping a lot, and so now I'm going to yap at you a lot about wigs, and then fall silent while you just speculate wildly, because I have nothing. Okay.
Okay.
Keenan, there is such a broad range of wigs and hair and men's styling
Interesting.
in this whole festival. That again, the range, and I'll describe things in a moment. The range is so broad that I do not think it can be a matter of like the wig department fell asleep. Like, I think it has to be. It has to be intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Like it goes like instead of like I don't know wigs going from A to D, it's like wigs going from like A to Y. Like it is a broad range of wig. Here are some hair, wigs, etc. that we see, particularly at the Earls meeting, but also just like broadly across the festival. Okay, we talked about Uncle Grant and his like 2 barrel curls around the side of the head with a ponytail, and the ponytail is curly.
Yes.
And there is a ribbon. There's also just like what I would call a more traditional John Adams, just like a man in a ponytail, and
Sure.
the ponytail is curly.
Okay.
But then there's more. There's like, I believe the person I see with this hair specifically is a footman, which I think is very interesting because we're talking like 1714, well, probably in 1715 at this point.
Yeah.
A footman with like a full-on like George Washington wig, white, powdered, puffy, a couple rows of barrel curls, questionable ponytail. Is there a ponytail? I don't know. We see some people in hats. We see some people in no hats at all. Like we see like hats with feathers. We see Dougal roll in with his like very sexy tam o' shanter.
Ooh,
baby.
nice.
Oh baby. Oh baby.
Okay.
There's more. Like Malcom Grant, the new laird, doesn't feel the need like a married woman in a bonnet. He's just still rolling around, having beautiful curly tendrils, like curly Devon Sawa, just being just sexy as hell. And like my theory, okay, the final wig that's very important is, I'm so sorry, it's an oral medium.
Okay.
Listener, imagine a very long man's wig where you have to imagine the backing of the wig is like a piece of faux fur, like that netting from the back of so it's long, it's brown, it's curly, it's long bangs, and then it goes down to like his boob tops.
Yeah, like
and
one
then
of
it goes
the King,
all the way around.
One of the King Charles first or second ones.
Yes,
presumably not second. Yeah, but yeah. Okay.
And then I in my notes I called it a Robespierre wig, and then I looked it up. I was like, that's not what Robespierre looked like. But yes, you're right. It's a Charles wig. And so my theory so far is like, is it because like, you know, class, fashion, funds, resources?
Yeah.
Does fashion not move as quickly around Scotland? But like, it's such a broad, weird spread of wigs. Keenan, please speculate. Thank you.
Okay, let's speculate. So we're in like 1715, 1720. So we're well past what we'd see Elizabethan dudes wear, but we're not quite at like French Revolution. But we know that at least one Fraser was gallivanting all around Europe because Jamie had that uncle who he and Claire went and had the fancy times in France.
Yeah.
Like, so presumably there are European influences coming in. I don't know. See, if Terry Dresbach were here, we'd like the costume storytelling. I personally think would be clearer, because she was so very good about that sort of that precision.
Yeah.
My understanding is that at this time, like, some of the Highlanders weren't even really wearing boots outside. Like, your feet just got hardened to the elements. Like, the boots in Outlander on the Highlanders specifically, I believe, are an invention of Terry Dresbach because you can't do that to your actors. Don't quote me on that. But, like, I guess there could just be a mismatch of Southern, I almost said United Kingdom, but it wasn't united at this time, really, haha, because we're all fighting. English stuff making its way north, European stuff making its way over, and then sort of individualism amongst all of the lairds. But that's just pure speculation, not having seen either the episode nor having done any pointed research on the matter.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome. If you heard a cat meowing, that was my new adopted cat, Turkey.
Yay, Turkey!
There he is.
Okay, so what a good boy.
What a good boy.
Speaking of good boy, rhymes with Rob Roy. Am I right? Yep, you're right, Keenan. You called it. Rob Roy's special guest.
The thing is, when they put someone in the previously on, you had a good chance of them coming back. So
yeah. He gives a little speech about like, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Let me know when we vote about it later. Class dismissed. Meanwhile, Lovett's like, yeah, Stuart King. Oh my God, the prophecy with my son.
All right, I actually am kind of enjoying the prophecy bit. This is fun.
It's very funny. It's very funny. But Uncle Grant overhears. It's like, Lovett, you fucking ding dong. Like, what do you mean? You're a liar, a fantasist, and a scoundrel?
Oh, damn.
Also, Lovett hadn't heard the word that Ellen had to undergo the purity test as a result of his letter until right now. She's like, Grant, I did you a favor. I wrote you the letter. I let you know about, and this is me quoting him, that Mackenzie slut.
Yeah.
But he's also like, wait, I know that Brian made moves upon her. So how could she have passed if... What?
Oh, no.
We'll find out more.
This man's trouble.
Rob Roy comes over to say hi to Dougal in front of Colum. So now Colum knows that Dougal is like, sorry, little money for you. Very busted. The Mackenzies go to their tent to fight. Turkey is here. Turkey, the boys are fighting. Can you believe it? Listener, Turkey cannot believe it.
Turkey is shocked.
He is shocked.
Shocked and appalled.
Ned, as he hears all this, like, oh my God, you guys are fighting again, and the clan is in trouble, and you promise. It looks like he's going to rip his own natural ponytail out of his head.
Would just listen to Ned and stop going rogue and trying to do their own schemes. Ned has plenty of schemes. Let Ned scheme.
Truly, let Ned scheme. We do get some more hot pass at the festival. Ooh. There's a ribbon seller. And a guy slinging pelts. And bros arm wrestling, although with unsafe form.
Oh, no. Amelia, you should be a consultant.
Thank you. Yeah, the guy who lost, I was worried about him.
Oh, no.
There's dancing over swords, and there's a little moment where Myrta's like, that looks like fun. And he tries to like move his little feet, but he's never tried to dance before, clearly. And it's a little scuffle. Very cute.
Oh, our boy.
Myrta sees Alan enter the tent. Then sees Brian enter, and Myrta's like, fuck this. He leaves, which means that Brian and Ellen can make goo-goo eyes at each other all they want. And do a little bit of talking, a little bit of flirty hand brushing. And Brian manages to whisper like, I love you. And they plans to meet up later.
Okay.
But now, Ellen has to go.
Okay.
Because she's supposed to go to the Countess's sewing circle. Psych! It's a fake out. Colum and Dougal ambush her in their family's fancy tent.
Okay. I was excited about the sewing circle. It was like in Bridgerton when Daphne got to go to the married ladies' drinks party, and it looked like a hoot. I was excited for that for Ellen. No, family ambush.
Let's hold some space for if this would have been like drinking out of pewter cups at the festival. If only. Instead, no. Ellen gets ambushed by her brothers, ends up in a one-on-one with Colum. Dougal has spilled the beans about Brian. He says, I will have the bastard killed if that's what it takes to keep you from him. But Ellen says, okay, sure, you could kill my hand-fasted husband while I still go ahead and marry Malcolm Grant. But if you do that, I'm finished with you, and I will influence the Grants not to support Clan Mackenzie. So,
oh, dang.
What do you want, bitch? She stipulates, like, if you hurt Brian, done with you. If Brian is hurt at your command, because you can tell he's like, well, I won't hurt him. Maybe I'll have a guy. No, nobody hurt Brian. The deal they strike is that Colum will not harm Brian or have him harmed if Ellen calls it quits.
Oh, no.
So, let's
Gosh,
see.
this is terrible. The stakes have never been higher. I wonder if they will successfully get together. Sorry.
I'm not sure if they will.
Mm.
As Claire's parents talk to Jamie's parents in different pairings. So weird.
So weird.
So weird. Now, Brian does see Henry at this point. Like,
okay.
Buddy, hey, I know Julia, let me tell you the deal. Like, she's not in love with my dad. She's married under duress. Castle Leathers is a bad time. That happens. Ellen does make it to the sewing circle, though. Oh my god, all the ladies. All the ladies in their fine silks, under a tent, so. And Ellen looks for an open seat. And there's, what? Julia? The maid from Leathers, but now in a fine, kind of Party City-looking gown, honestly. But
boy.
Yeah. She goes, nope, sorry, I'm Lady Lovett now. Don't be too surprised. Sit down, let's have a chat.
Okay.
Julia, they have a whole thing about, like, Julia's like, yeah, you and Brian remind me of me and my husband. No, not Lord Lovett. Henry. I don't have the liberty to move or speak freely to let Henry know what I've been through, how I really feel, and doing it to keep their child safe. And Ellen's like, yeah, a great sacrifice. And Julia's like, that's what we do for the ones we love, isn't it? So that's all that Ellen needs. To be like, yep, gotta fucking break up with Brian. Again, what will happen to these two crazy kids?
I'm just so annoyed because this is all so tedious because we know what happens.
We know what happens. So she meets with Brian in the old kirkyard. Very cool. Fun, like overgrown
I do love that.
Tall grasses.
Is that where Claire found like the wood garlic or something in a season 1 episode? And they realized a child had poisoned itself or something.
That feels true.
Okay, sure, great. That
probably a different kirkyard, but yes.
No, that self-same kirkyard. Moving on.
Yeah. Oh, it's a kirkyard not attached to the Yock, so it's like a different. But yes.
Oh, fine.
Right theme, wrong kirkyard.
Thwarted by geography.
Like, oh my God,
let's go.
My wife is here. Yay. Can we bone again? Can we go bone again? Look, here's another abandoned looking chapel. Cool. Let's go. Yay, girlfriend. Let's kiss. And Ellen, like bats his hand away. We cannot be together. I was stubborn. And then she's trying to say things to hurt him, just to make him go away, to save his life, right? Like, you're penniless, without a foot of land to your name, and the bastard, the most wretched lord in the Highlands.
In fairness, this is real historical romance, like second or third act, whatever argument before they get back together. So, all right, I'm back on board. Never mind. I'm done being a grump about prequels. This is stock and trade. Yes, fine. Carry on.
Don't worry, let me bring you right back down. Keenan, remember in the first 2 episodes and you were really annoyed when they met on the bridge and they were like, my heart beats. Do you feel my heart beats?
Uh-huh.
Brian does the same thing. Grabs her hand like, my heart beats for you. And then puts his hand on her chest. And I can still feel that your heart beats for me. And Ellen, this part at least is fun. Brian puts his hand on her chest, like, your heart still beats for me, grabs her hand, puts it on his chest, like, my heart beats for you. You love me. And Ellen's like, I love you. I don't know. I'm drawn to you. Which is just, that was very, like, it's not supposed to be funny, but it's very funny. Like, no, I don't love you, but I'm drawn to you.
Grown.
But I'm not in love with you. I never was. Gotta go. And then, like, runs away and sobs on the shores of a loch.
I'm sure it's beautiful. Way to go, Scotland. All right.
Yeah, truly. But back at the old fox's tent, Brian, of course, stumbles home like he's dazed. He's recently dumped. What's a boy going to do? But Lovett's like, why aren't you at the meeting? You didn't invite Brian to the meeting where you got called out for the prophecy being fake. Like, don't take it out on him. But he's also, the real reason he's mad at Brian is like, well, clearly you didn't bone Ellen properly, because Lovett doesn't know about the hand fasting, but he does know that Brian and Ellen were entangled.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, you couldn't even take her maidenhead? What's wrong with your downstairs?
Oh, good Lord.
Again, if only the old fox knew about the cooch meringue, but also the old fox, that's what we call it, the purity test, because it's egg whites and sugar.
So
but
upset.
We don't want the people like the old fox to know about the cooch meringue. So a little column A, a little column B. At one point, Lovett calls Brian a flimsy kite of a man, which I think is very funny.
That's a good insult. I'm there.
It's a good insult.
Yeah.
But of course, when Lovett's like, the Mackenzie, Minx, Hooter, etc., Brian gets set off, tries to beat up his dad.
Sure.
But ends up running away. Running out of just so mad, runs out of the camp. Lovett picks Murtaugh to represent him instead of Brian. He's like, fuck you, terrible son. I'm going to take your friend instead who's loyal to me. Fuck off. Okay, we're coming to the home stretch. Don't worry, Keenan. It's so plotty, but we're getting there. Okay, so Brian's run off into the woods. Ellen is sobbing on the shores of the loch. Presumably at this point, Julia is still just like sewing depressedly. Where's Ned? I would love to tell you. Ned is just having a lovely meal under like a kind of open air tent.
Wait, really?
Just having, yeah.
They just cut to Ned having a lovely en plein air,
like by himself. He's like, yeah, just like a nice picnic at the festival.
Bud, me too. That sounds great. I'm sure nothing will come along
vendor
to disturb your peace.
Yeah, just kidding. It's Henry. Henry's like, dude, I've been waiting for you, dude. Okay. Wow. So glad to see you. I need to talk to you so bad. And I was like, oh my God, my friend. Hi. I thought I would have seen you sooner, but with your laird dying, like we haven't been able to like see each other. And Henry is not wasting any time. He goes, if he hadn't have died, I'd have killed him myself.
Oh shit.
Because he reveals to Ned, who hasn't heard yet, that the Grant family lied to him about his wife and child being dead. And so he's like, I know you heard my sad news about my dead wife and child, but actually, not only are they alive, but they're fucking here. And Ned, our jaunty cricket, like jumps out of his skin, like, holy shit, this is bad. I feel for you. So Henry's like, listen, I cannot fucking go back to that house. I can't go. I can't do it. Like, I must escape from here with my family. Help me, Obi-Goen. You're my only hope.
Nice. Thank you, Amelia.
Thank you. Ned's like, okay, this is still a bad idea. Like, this is dangerous, and I don't know how you're going to do it. But like during the Tinchel, even Archbug's going to be busy. So like, maybe do you like run while the boars are running? Maybe. But Henry has just one more favor to ask. And Ned intercepts Julia on a walk and hands her a note from Henry, which is sealed with a kiss.
No, we get it. We saw it already. It already happened.
But Keenan, how will she know if Henry believes that she only married under duress? Keenan, if the note just said, meet me at the shore during the Tinchel.
You know what? You're right. Only Julia knows their ding-dang silly doofus code, and he and Ned Gowan might have been suspicious had it just come signed Julia.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid.
Story's happening.
It's happening. Don't worry, we're about to wrap up this act, and then we can be free from our torment. Okay. It's the day of the Tinchel, y'all. This is the end of the episode. Okay. The day of the Tinchel. I gotta call out Sweet King Malcolm again. I don't want Ellen to marry this guy. I want someone to marry Malcolm who's really excited to be with him.
Yeah.
Like, when we say nice guy, it's usually derogatory, but like, Malcolm is a nice guy, and I'm really I want to see like future casting for once.
Yeah.
I want to see him hooked up with a lovely lady.
Yeah.
Our sweet king. Like all the guys in the clans are lined up, like clutching their spears. Dougal's toward the front, and Dougal is like 7,000 feet tall.
Yeah.
And he's holding a spear that is 700,000 feet tall. And it's like all these guys just like, yeah, boars, let's go. But Malcolm sees his lady love in the back, like in the viewing area, and runs over. And it's like, your beauty might make me miss my shot. It's like, oh, Malcolm. And he says, if I see a grouse, if I catch a grouse, its wings will become decoration for your next hat. Like, it's very nice.
All right,
and
bud.
He like, greets Mrs. Fitzgibbons and like.
Okay, listen. Anyone who's nice to Mrs. Fitz, chef's kiss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, he goes back. And then we think it's the Tinchel, but actually now we see Brian running through the forest, making noise, trying to tell like the animals, like, please don't hit me. Ding dong, hitting a shield.
Oh, okay.
Ding dong, it's me, Brian. Please, nobody bite me.
Okay.
Well, something does come out of the forest, Keenan.
Oh,
It's
no.
an arrow. And it hits a tree right behind his head. And he goes, whoa, whoa, great, wow, wow, wow. Turns around. Another arrow. Heading for his head. He hides behind a tree.
Oh my God.
So many arrows. Keenan, who is trying to shoot him?
I don't know.
It's the brute squad from earlier.
Oh, shoot. Yes, the menacing guys who were there menacingly.
Yes. And this is speculation on my part, but like, surely Lord Lovett was like, fuck my terrible bastard son. I don't need him because I have the future king of England, or so I think. And he can't even like ruin my clan for me. And he's being, dastardly. Hey, brutes, go kill him in the woods during the Tinchel. That's my theory. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, fine.
Based on my extensive analysis of all of the ongoings of this season and my careful attention to detail, I cannot think of anyone else who would want to kill Brian. And also his dad is so terrible.
Or like maybe if Colum broke his word, I guess it could be. But like
the only Colum is a schemer as well. So he might have schemed out a scheme that would keep him in Ellen's good graces, or not in her good graces, obviously, but like, hey, I didn't break my word to do, like, not order his death or not kill him myself or not have it on my hand. He may have found like a cute little workaround. But his dad sucks.
His dad does suck.
Yeah.
And I hate that we know that he lives because there have been so many times I'm like, yeah. Like, I've been waiting for Mistress Porter to poison him. Like,
he's such a murderable
theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Terrible. Okay, so Brian is like running through the forest, like, oh shit, like doing like Tom Cruise, tall knees, like big running.
Yeah.
Listener, we all do the Tom Cruise with us. You know what to do.
Amelia and I on the Zoom are both Tom Cruise running.
Cruise. When suddenly he's intercepted.
Oh.
He is tumbled to the ground. He is caught.
Oh no.
Who has caught him? Don't worry, not an arrow.
Ned Gowan?
The hurtling. Oh my God, Keenan. That would be so great. Wait, before I tell you what really happens,
okay.
Because I also feel like I have not given you a lot of room. Would you please speculate what you think would happen if Ned Gowan leapt and caught Brian and what would happen next? Like, get me through those moments.
I truly didn't even picture Ned Gowan leaping into the air to catch Brian. I genuinely, because of the clear size difference, pictured him like rolling like a ball and taking him out at the knees. So that was that. Or if he is going to fly into the air, they lock arms and spin around Matrix style. Two options.
What would Ned say to Brian after doing that?
That's more your wheelhouse, Amelia.
I have habeas that corpus. Okay, thank you. So the person who hurtles through the air grabs Brian. They tumble down a hillside, like 25% of As You Wish, like Princess Bride style. It's Murta. He grabs Brian.
Our boy!
And Brian's like, I can't believe you saved me. And Murta says, well, if anyone's going to kill you, it's going to be me.
Yes. Masculine friendship.
The boys are still fighting. Yes. They're still fighting, but like they still love each other.
They love each other.
And they run through the fire swamp and they hop on their horses. And they gallop off through the beautiful Scottish countryside.
Oh, boys. I'm thrilled. Listen, Ned Gowan would have been funny. This is delightful. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so wrapping it up, Julia and Henry meet at the shore. She's like, are you mad? He's like, no, Brian told me. Now I totally get it. Not a big deal. Like, I don't love it, but I get it. I don't love it? Oh, no. It's not my favorite, but I get it. Now we do see that Lovett's muscle guy, Balak, and Julie has a theory that Balak's not going to survive the season. Because we keep getting like shots of like, Lovett's muscle man is angry in violent situations, but keeps not dying. We'll see.
Okay.
We see Balak looking at Henry being like, who the fuck's this guy? We shall see. But then, turns out, behind the nearest tree, while Henry and Julia are like, Are you mad? You're not mad? Okay, great. Come and find me at Leathers. I'm going to leave you a note in the wall, and we'll figure out like how we actually escape, because escaping from this festival is not actually going to work today.
Has there been any sort of conversation that's like, what the fuck time travel? We time traveled? We time traveled. No one has got... Oh,
not a one. Not a single one. But yeah, behind the nearest tree is Henry's sex worker friend, overhearing his reunion with his wife, and she looks sad. And also, if I'm misspeaking, fine, but I'm pretty sure that the sex worker friend is not wearing a chemise under her fancy corset for
knew that would make me mad.
Showcasing.
Thank you for telling me that part. You knew I would be infuriated. Ugh. You can still have a sexy chemise. Your corset's not going to last as long, and it's going to be damaging to your skin.
Yeah.
Ugh, disgrace.
So, not great. Okay. Truly, finally, deeply, the end. We see the all the lairds have voted like, yeah, Stuart King, and Uncle Grant's like, yeah, the Grants say yes, and Malcolm's like, I didn't fucking authorize that, but okay, I guess so. And then in the spirit of our sister show Podlander, Bridgecast, a Bridgerton podcast, where we have Lady Hamfist.
Yes,
there's a Lady Hamfist. So the Earl with the big floppy Charles II wig is now up on a hilltop. Planting a flag. He's not really planting a flag. It's such a tall flag, and it's like brass and clearly very heavy looking. And it has a Stuart flag on it. And he's like, "Oh, my lairds and our friends, we have agreed. Stuart King, hooray!" And everyone's like, "Yay!" And then the like screw top ball that goes on top of a flagpole just falls off.
Sure.
In the wind and tumbles down a hillside. And everybody goes, "Oh no!" What?
And Omen.
Oh no, man! Fucking stupid.
This show.
And then we see like Malcolm walks Ellen to the Bruges box with Colin, and he leaves. He's like, "I love you," and she's like, "Bye." And then she turns to Colin and is like, "Fuck off." End of episode. Oh my god, you survived.
All
How
right.
do you feel? Reflect on anything you want.
Well, things are moving. It sounds like things that annoyed me from episodes 1 and 2. And in fairness, as I've mentioned previously, I'm not a prequel girly, so it could be the nature of the beast, and I am not the correct audience. Sounds like some of those things are still there. I am appreciative that plot is happening, new things are happening. Don't love the sound of corsets without chemises. Amelia correctly pegged that would be my prime takeaway that I will be up stewing about for the rest of the evening.
Yes.
Glad Henry and Julia have seen each other and figured it out. I am shocked that baby has already happened. My word. I, like you, would love to see Lord Lovett die a horrible, agonizing death. We know he doesn't. Again, prequels suck all of the tension out of your story. Okay. Yeah. I love Scotland. Scotland's so pretty.
Yay, Scotland.
Yay, Scotland.
Any other thoughts? So we just end on like a Galus Duncan style chant of Scotland.
Scotland. No, what's been the vibe on the podcast? Because I, not having been watching the show, have not been catching the episodes. What are the people thinking about Ye Old Blood of My Blood?
So much of it is when Outlander gives into its own worst instincts. And so, like, again, like episode 5 is such a balm. It's something new, it's something interesting. Like, even if the dancers you see in the opening credits where like they have like the deer masks on, we see them for as long as we do in the opening credits, and it's still like, yeah, deer mask. Like, honestly, justice for deer mask dancers.
Yeah. I would have assumed we'd get like elaborate backstory on Dick Rock and deer mask dancers. Nope, just
you would hope.
Annoying. Like, why can't Julia be a deer mask dancer? Like, why is she stuck in this horrifying plot of sexual violence against women?
Yeah, and we get like a reheat of groups of women yelling "wet."
Oh no!
It's just we get like in episode, I blocked it out, 7. Just like, is any rape scene necessary? That's a whole discussion that Julie and I have, but like, it's, if the Foley artist is working really hard, you know, like, what are we doing here? So much of it is either like, yeah, it's like warmed over Outlander leftovers or like supposed shock value.
Yeah.
That things like this, where at least we're at a festival. Oh my God, someone's selling ribbons. Oh my God, Malcom is so nice.
Yeah.
A bomb.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, the stakes are so low. I'm with Julie. She said this in the last episode. I'm sure she said it before as well, but like, her wish would be that Henry and Julia do not find each other.
Oh, damn.
And I agree with her, because then that would make the terror of time travel feel a little more palpable.
Absolutely. And you'd get the grief and angst of the star-crossed lovers, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, time travel is horrifying. I think about it constantly. Yeah, I agree. If they had never found each other, or if they'd seen each other once and never gotten back together, and listen, the show could still surprise us. I won't ever know, but you'll have to know. Yeah, gentle readers, my takeaway from episodes 1 and 2, and again, pilots are very hard. They are hard to write. You have to do a lot of table setting. You have to make them engaging. I have watched many a pilot that is a bad episode of television. These pilots in particular felt like someone had taken Outlander, several World War I movies, maybe a little Atonement and sprinkled in there for good measure and no historical accuracy, and various Scotland-themed historical romance novels of varying quality, loaded them all into a generative AI model and said, produce a script for us, make sure you hit this beat, this beat, this beat. And it's giving us retreads of stuff we already know. And some of that is prequel stuff we already know. But again, I keep coming back to taking the lashes for the servant girl that we see Jamie do in Outlander, which is such a defining hero moment. It is such this is our big, strong man who is not afraid to hurt himself. We used to have the running bit on Outlander original flavor of like things Jamie's bad at. And like, he's bad at not sacrificing his beautiful giant body for somebody else.
Yeah.
And you've given us the exact same beat in episode flipping 1 with his father. Like, way to suck all of the sort of magic out of your hero show's hero. What are you doing, you clowns? Mustache. Anyway.
Truly mustache. But yeah, how interesting, Keenan, that you've only watched the first 2 episodes and you still are exactly where Julie and I are on this one.
All right.
Yeah.
As always, shout out to the casting department. The performers are all...
Suzanne and Simone.
Oh, Suzanne and Simone.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out as always to you all. The show continues to find actors. And in fairness, I do think Outlander original flavor, like, there was some genuinely overlooked excellent television work being done on that program. Yeah. That people tend to write off because it's on Starz. It's a fantasy show. It's quality programming for women, quality content for women. Can't remember what
premium females.
Oh yeah, premium females. And like genuinely, there are people doing very good work that's getting overlooked. And as far as I could see from the 2 episodes I watched, actors are crushing it. They are beautiful. They are lovely. Even if their bangs are carefully flat ironed away from their forehead so that they don't swing into her eyes. Everyone looks beautiful. Ellen's hairstylist. But I don't understand who this show is for, and it might just be that it's not for me, and that's fine. That's fine.
But Keenan, imagine Mrs. Fitzgibbons bringing a wee iron from the fire in your chamber and ironing your bangs lovingly without singeing your bonny forehead. Is that not a lady's maid?
I do love Mrs. Fitz very much.
I know, she's so great. Yeah.
I wish her nothing but happiness.
I love you very much.
Oh,
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
I'm really proud of my contributions this week. You're welcome.
Thank you for enduring all these yaps. And thank you, dear listener, for enduring all of these yaps, parentheses combined. We'll be back I believe in 2 weeks I saw, again, scuttlebutt on the Slack. I think episode 10 might not be dropping for 2 weeks.
Oh. And is that the season?
I haven't looked. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Thank fucking God. But it's another episode written by herself.
Okay.
I believe that Mustache might have been, Mustache, of course, being Matthew B. Roberts, we know.
Yeah.
Might have been a co-author. Either way, I probably will not be on the finale. TBD. You'll hear Julie again. You'll hear an illustrious guest who has watched the episode. And again, I told Keenan not to watch the season. So, like, don't blame her, blame me. She's a wonderful, beautiful princess. And Turkey is a beautiful new feline friend of the pod. And you, of course, dear listener, remain a true friend of the pod. Thank you so much. We'll see you when we see you. Bye!
Bye!
That was amazing.
So,
Excellent.
words escape me.
Yeah, excellent. Excellent is the only word that I can think of. Anyway, thank you all so much.
Thank you so much. We would like to hand you each an award for excellence in listening to our bullshit.
You all very much deserve it.
Yes. But yeah, thank you for listening. You can find more information on this and the rest of our shows at podlanderpresents.com. You can also find us on Instagram at podlandercast, at podlanderpresents, and at other various Instagram handles for our other various shows. Our Instagram and website are wrangled by Amelia Ham on the Loose Bazell.
Woohoo!
That's me. All Podlander Presents programming is produced by Allison Shoemaker and Julie Starbird. Our editor is Chris Barrett.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. Oh my God, seriously. Thank you, Chris. Our artwork is by Viv Pickles, aka Laura, and we are, as always, eternally grateful to our drunk Slack moderators, particularly Moderator-in-Chief Jenna Polkowski. You can support the show by going to patreon.com/PodlanderDrunkcast, where you can find all kinds of cool stuff, including access to our Slack, our mostly kind of sort of weekly live watches, early access to episodes, some bonus content, and other fun things. Again, that is patreon.com/PodlanderDrunkcast. You can also support us by leaving a review wherever it is that you get your podcasts. Wherever, just give us a little review and we will be so grateful to you. And in addition to all of those wonderful people who do all of those wonderful things, we want to especially thank the following just absolute stacked roster of lovely folks who support us on Patreon.
Okay, so I don't really read the name list, so bear with me, but we're getting into it, okay? We want to thank all of you, but very specifically, we want to thank Bonnie, not a prince or a douche, just my name. Jessica Brewer, Kristen Bennett, Susan S., Gwendolyn Wind, Evietta Chapman, Copper 29 Dragons, Nicole Koenig, Mariana Morris, Ginka Soja, Susan Springer, Cindy Elliott, Jay Deich, Andrea, Catherine Bullard, Vanessa, Rebecca's Gift, Amanda Chappell, Kristen Z, Melissa Mendez, Leslie Jamie, Jennifer, Tara Ross, Victoria Pegg, Aditi Joshi Parker, Laura Coach Mama LT, Tracy Stewart, Amy Allison, Brenda, Shane Vaughn, Aaron, Diana Sprague, Ashley LaHue, Doc JWS, Karen Shane, Elisa Kerkowski, Tanya Rick Stair, Amanda Miller, Megan Rich, Kate Snipes, Ann Romeo, Naomi Beckman Strauss, Sydney Taylor, Alyssa McGuire, Laura Mahoney, Ashley Winteroth, Midnight Burger, Anna N., Dakota Girl, Margot Mansfield, Snazzy Knack, Lisa Brian, Julia Gulia, Kathleen Martini, Jesse Massey, Taryn, Kelsey Kemp, Emily Day, Caitlin Reddick, Katie in Kilts, Molly, Maria DeVito, Rachel Akbar, Kristen and Emerson, hi Emerson, Larissa Malmstat, Freckled Fury, Laura Calm, Amelia Bazell, Ham on the Loose, Patrick, Liz Peniston, Danny Bryant, Lindsay, Caitlin Rose, Megan Matthey, Denise Perkins, Monica, Lori Johnson, Sarah McElvain? McElvain. I'm going with that. Brittany Hulbert, Amy Gustafson, Rachel Townsend, Meredith Kersey, Amber, Liz, Kelly Mazzella, Chantel Salters, Mary the Falling Statue, Karen J. Young, Philip Nako, Tara Lucchino, Viv Pickles, Mary of the Grapefruit, Jean Kiesler, Christy, Jenna Polkowski, Scotty Caldwell, Ann Gibson, Kristen Flannery, Katie G., Tori Bryan, and Kiki the wise. Thank you all so much. We're just going to keep doing it. So keep listening, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.